Hi, how's it in the name of Christ? How you doing? It's your girl Cake Karabo. I hope you're good. I hope you're peachy. I hope you're stellar. And I hope you're in a neat little bunch. If you're not, welcome to the party. Is that just not the story of our lives? Today's the 23rd of October 2024. And I don't have a timestamp because I wanted the look. I wanted to go all disco, all up in your girl. Yeah, like that. I wanted to go disco. I enjoy the disco. I wanted 80s, and I got 80s. Because I was born in the 80s, and very soon, stuff like that is gonna matter because we're going home. But I don't have the energy to display disco. Because I'm just so annoyed. I'm so bored. Like, I'm just, keep recording the same stuff over and over again. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why I'm coming at night. Because during the day, I was not determined to speak. But, yeah. How's it? Oh, goodness. Whoa. You know what, guys, I'm drained by repeat offenses and I'm tired. I don't even know why I'm recording. Maybe it's because I just wanted to show you my disco look. Disco. Because I'm creative. But y'all, you know what, like, whatever. Like, nah. I'm sorry. No. Get my swabby. Okay, long story short, how shall we present this? My family are crazy. But I always know when people think that they're like 5 seconds away from succeeding to get what they want out of me. Because then all of a sudden there is a reigning theme in my dreams. Disco. Where shall I put this light to make the disco more prevalent? Ouch! Cat, don't look at me. I'm screaming because I can. I see you've been cooking with gas. I've been cooking with gas cause it's so handy and affordable. But don't mess with that. Get cooking with gas. I be cooking with gas cause it's so handy and affordable. Don't come at me with that. Get cooking with gas. Y'all are like, what, Karabo? That was an advert back in the day in South Africa. Out here advertising gas. Watch the new, who are they? World Economic Forum. Be like, that advert, she's a band. She is band, eat the bugs and cook the bugs with the sun and leave the gas carbon emissions behind. And God was like, Klaus Schwab, I am cooking with gas cause it's so handy and affordable. Don't mess with that. Get cooking with gas. I'm cooking with gas cause I can. And it looks like it's not just us out here rebelling against the global elites trying to force us to cook with like all different kinds of other things and not gas. It's people in the occult that are cooking with gas. Okay? Gaslighting. As to their involvement in the mutiny against people's lives. Look, my hair is getting old and scruffy. Like, mini twists will do you dirty. In comparison to mini braids, they will do you dirty. They will do you dirty, okay? They get old quickly. and there's nothing we can do. So they're gonna look nasty, but it doesn't matter because you're cooking with gas. Yeah, I mean, that was an advert back in the day, I guess, eh? To encourage people to cook with gas. Or rather, it was just an ad advertising gas. I'll be cooking with gas because it's so handy and affordable. Don't mess with that. That's a person out here switching on like a stove, right? Like a regular stove, like an electric stove. And the person stops them on some, don't mess with that. Get cooking with gas. And the woman's like, I am cooking with gas because it's so handy and affordable. Yeah. That's the occult. Gaslight me into oblivion. Me until I don't know that you did. Gas me until I don't know my middle name. Gas me from here until Timbuktu, and then we're gonna act like you didn't do it. They are cooking with gas because it's so handy and affordable. And then when we give them the gospel, they're like, don't mess with that. Get cooking with gas. I'll be cooking with gas because it's so handy and affordable. Because the moment you come with truth, you be messing with that. Turns out Christians are not the only ones rebelling against the World Economic Forum's recommendation to leave gas out the equation. All of y'all be out, yeah. But just like the World Economic Forum, just like the global elites, hypocrites don't live like people do. Traveling to wherever you need to go using jets and everything, like jet setting, like multi-car convoy. That's your detail, just for like the security guards, and then there's of course just other random like tailies, psychophants following Klaus Schwab everywhere. And then they come and they tell us not to use carbon emissions. Yeah, well, turns out that just like the global elites, you all are a bunch of hypocrites, eh? Yeah. You also be cooking with gas, 'cause it's so handy and affordable. Don't mess with that. Get cooking with gas. Did I tell you that today's the 23rd of October? Don't mess with that. It's the real date. I ain't joking. Y'all gonna miss that soon. I'm sorry for drinking water in front of you because soon y'all ain't gonna have no water. It's gonna be dry. Anyway, we're not singing anymore. I'm sorry. Like, I proper need to get this message out the way. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. No, I do. I just don't know how to tackle it. You be cooking with gas because it's so handy and affordable. It's just so much easier than confessing that you're a witch, isn't it? Gaslight everybody, and then cook us kamaka. Cook us with all of your dirty little lies and your nasty little secrets. Even though somebody figured you out, you still don't care, 'cause it's taboo to confess that you done did it. So you gon' cook us with gas. Amen. You know what? Like, yo, I'm sick and tired of getting the dogs at Twanang, like the exact same dreams. Like, I'm not doing this. That's why I'm going disco today, because I literally keshapa R. Kelly song. Tell me how did I ever grow up past the 80s with all of this crazy world only tapering towards the end of the world, and now everybody's burning in lies forevermore. Ever since they exited simpler times. Ka-vai-vai. If I could turn back the hands of time and go back to live in the days before everything fell apart. If I could turn back the hands of time, I'd be a young woman in the 80s instead of the 2000s. It's funny that I was born in 84, but I wish that I was 24 in 1984. Oh, 'cause then, back then, maybe I'd be living a much better life than this. Instead of everybody lying and scratching, I'd have my children. Oh, but they'd be born like me, and inevitably get bewitched by their friends. So if not me, I guess my kids were gonna go through it. So what's the point of being 24 in 84? Because then I would have had a 24-year-old in 2000 and is it 4? 2008, and it was just either way, if I was Mammy disco chick, if in the 80s I was like Sade, you think I'd leave your side, baby? You know me better than that. I think I'd leave you down when you're down on your knees. I wouldn't do that. I'll treat you the right way to walk. Is that what she says? No. If only you could see into me. I got this going down. Even if I was like Sade, an 80s youngster, I'd still be out there having a girl child that becomes a boy. Later on, there's no running away from what that witch infected our society. Y'all know that Sade got a transgender kid, right? Like, so it don't matter. You think I'd leave your side, baby? Good days, innocent days. You give me that sweetest taboo. That's why, like, still really nice and simple. And then your kid turns out all LGBT, so either way I was done for. Either way. So maybe I was supposed to go back like even further. But I don't know how to find a 20s look in these like application streets. Like all I could do was disco. I was actually supposed to rock them loopy earrings to finish the look. I think I'll leave your side, baby. Hey! My child might have come home with a girl as a girl and been like, Mama, take it or leave it. So I don't know. Because my mama was 26 and 84. And she was a great girl at the time. And look at her now. Look at her now. Either way, look, people are gangster. So I can't turn back the hands of time. But what I'm getting at is that I was born at the opportune moment because I was inevitably going to be the generation that gets caught up in the sky to meet the Lord in the air. So it doesn't really matter what's going on over here, because the world was just bound to end and stuff. I would have had kids that would have basically disappointed the living daylights out of me. Like if the roles were reversed, and I gave my life to Jesus and tried to raise children up in the admonition of the Lord, they would have come back home and told me, Mama, I want to be a boy. Even though, but hey, I done bought you dolls as a child. I would have been a very sad and sorrowful mother, getting all born again in a world where don't nobody else care. I was gonna get born again, but my kids were going out here rock up telling me that I love me jazz as jazz because I love me man as a man. My children were gonna be so dumb. So what can I do? And then that kid was going to pretend like Mama. It's always been like that, even in the 80s, yo. And I'm like, hi, child, you are a lying child. You are a lying child. And then this kid was going to do the very same thing that you be out here doing to me today. You be cooking with gas, cause it's so handy and affordable. Don't mess with that. Get cooking with gas. And then this kid was gonna call me old-fashioned and archaic and that I don't understand the times. Yeah, cause I'm from a different time. Here it is, I was born in 84. I'm 40 now. And I'm being told that the times have changed. I guess people that are sober have always been getting slapped with that kind of crazy, haven't they? Times have changed. I'm sorry, no, you don't get to be Sodom. Times have changed. I'm sorry, no, witchcraft is still wacky. Times have changed. No, I'm sorry, no, Karabo not gonna do it. Times have just shut up. So it is of absolutely no essence at the present moment what era or generation I'm born in, because the saints across the times have just been getting dealt quite the bad blow by people out here just doing the most, cooking with gas because it's so handy and affordable. It's the worst time in history, but there's literally no other time that I could have been born. You know, like I'm a black woman, so ooh. The further back I go in time, the more dangerous it becomes for me as well. So I ain't never gonna ever win. If I could get in a time machine, make myself go and live in the 50s, I was gonna be walking around these streets carrying a dome purse. So I guess not. Being a black woman means I would have endured systematic oppression. So at this point, I don't really know what could actually work. Yeah, I feel like I was born in the wrong time because I just don't fit in. These 2024s. And I can't stand it. I wish for a better time. Like I'm always seeing Pina Elia, that guy. Al Green, Al Gray, L. Let's just say L. I could think of better days when the world was just so much better. And everybody was normal, largely. And now I can never see tomorrow. Heaven never told me about this sorrow. How can you mend this broken girl? How can you stop these tears from falling down? Hey! How am I ever supposed to overcome these crazy, nasty world that thinks that this is a going concern. La 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 la. It's not giving, it's just not giving, it's just not giving at all, at all, at all. Ooh, at all. It ain't a giving. So I mean, really, like, I don't know if yeah, every generation of Christians has endured this crazy because the world has just been unacceptably evil for them, relatively speaking, proportionally speaking to their time. So I wish I could turn back the hands of time and be a young woman in the 80s, but I would have probably been frustrated as a Christian because I don't think there's any Christian that's ever been at ease. Do you know that it's a total fact that every Christian throughout history has always believed that they're living in the end of days? Every Christian be out here being like, I could think of better days when the world was just so much better. When people be out here embracing Christ. But now I can't even look forward to tomorrow. Heaven never told me, except it did, about this sorrow. Hey, how can you mend this broken heart? Hey, how can you stop these tears from falling down? But when is this ever gonna be over? This crazy, crazy, crazy planet, it just thinks that it's a going concern. It's always been a thing, like, I can't, like, every Christian throughout the history of Christendom, like, it's actually quite crazy. Like, I can't even fathom how anybody living in, like, the 16th century would ever think that this is it. Like, apparently Martin Luther believed that we were at the end of the world to a point of even calling the Pope or the papacy the Antichrist system. He was out here anticipating Mark of the Beast 666 beheading and everything. How can you mend this broken man? How can you stop these tears from falling down? And you know, that is the thing that makes me like crazy freaking scared. Like spectacularly. That what if I'm Martin Luther out here looking at 2024 like it's the very end, but it isn't. What makes the world go round? Mockers and scoffers in the last days. I don't know. I am sometimes crazy nervous that I'm just another Martin Luther. Like, hey, I'm scared out of my mind that I'm just another 88 Reasons Why the Rapture is Happening in 1988. Like, that's a book. Go Google it. 88 Reasons Why the Rapture is Happening in 1988. It's 2024. Oh man. How can you mend this broken makeup? It's falling off my eyes, making me not disco anymore. Are we going home? Hey. Was Karabo this prevalent in the days of apartheid, guys? Like, I need to know. Like, were you out poison darting in the like nether regions, like on the buttock of women? When they are just pa. Next thing, chick is like pa on the ground. Next thing, she's like got dreamy hearts in her eyes on some. How damn, you are my apartheid struggle hero. Ooh. When she didn't like you yesterday, Like, I don't know. Was it this prevalent then? Like, how many of y'all's mamas were listed by y'all's dads? How many of y'all's dads were listed by y'all's moms? How many of y'all are happenstance children that never would have entered this planet if your mama azange at least baba corn? I need to know. I need to know because it's just like, yo. I'm tired. You know why I'm asking? Like, I don't even know what way to tackle this. Like, it's too late for me to be doing a long drawn message, but I'm tired. Like, there is this menacing psychopath of a happy cooking with gas, cause it's so Indian affordable. Don't mess with that. Get cooking with gas. There is this like gaslighting freak that I had a crush on. Worked at MTN, I thought he was my husband. Turned out to be one of the most prolific, like, little devils that I would ever first encounter. And still to this day, since Nahlanya. And last night, and I didn't come and talk yesterday because I've been taking a break. Like, I'm tired of repeating myself, you know what I'm saying? I dreamt about him and my uncle being birds of a feather flocking together. Like, I got a dream of seeing him, like, it's like, ish, man, as in, I'm tired. Facebook. I was scrolling through Facebook. I don't scroll through Facebook. I'm just not there right now. I'm only on YouTube at present. But in my dream, I was inside Facebook and I was just going through, I don't know what happened to me upon that, but you know that search page when you look for people on Facebook? You type in Tepo and then like a whole bunch of Tepos pop up. Yeah, I was on a page like that. It's not like I had searched, but I just happened to be on a page like that. And this dude, I saw him and he was, listen to this, y'all. That's why I get it. How can we mend this broken heart? This is just a proliferation of generational curses, Lankutra. Like, the world, something gotta give. Is this 88 reasons why the rapture is happening in 1988? Are we there again? Is this gonna be like, is somebody gonna be talking about everything that I said in my ministry years down the line when I'm all dead and buried? On some, this lady Karabo once upon a time believed that the rapture is happening in around the 2020s. And then look, we're here, it's like 2069. I could think of better days when the world was so much better. I wish I lived in 2024 when Karabo was complaining because 2069 is a gangster and I can't look forward to tomorrow. Heaven never told me about this sorrow. How can I mend this artificial intelligence crazy world I'm living in with my broken heart? How can I stop transhumanism from going forward? I wish I was living in 2024, cause they have no idea what since then happened, cause now this world can no longer go round. Thus saith the future Karabo out here in 2069, similarly frustrated by her society, wishing that she could have lived in 2024 because this here were her better days. If she could go back into history, she'd get like her bra straps loosed. I got relax, her corset would be loosed. Eh? She'd be out here hanging 10, swinging on a hammock left to right, because the world would be so much better in 2024. I keep asking myself, is somebody in 2069 gonna look at me on some, those were so much better days, it was so much better, because look at what's going on today. In which case I'm quite disillusioned, which is the reason why I'm struggling to record videos, because I'm crazy disillusioned, but we're getting somewhere with this point. Mamelang ne. Ish. Facebook. I was inside Facebook in the search page and uppermost was this photograph. There was this dude in a photograph. living so merrily with the heresy. And it turned out to be somebody else, and I am also very concerned. Maybe Satan wants me disillusioned. But I'm gonna keep on holding on to Jesus no matter what they say. Because hell is gonna close the earth and we're gonna see it hanging out around his throne. And then the Antichrist gonna chop off all of your heads cause you wouldn't listen to me in the run up to the rapture cause you were crazy. But now at least you're coming home cause the Lord took us back home. When I'm away, only remember how you risked me under your lying bolts thrown on the street, hearing you whisper through the phone. So he took me back home. That's a song I rewrote. I embellished a certain lyrics over there, but I rewrote it too because I'm that girl. Rachai. There's no way we're not. But then again, Martin Luther also was like, there's no way we're not, to a point where he believed that the papacy was the Antichrist. Booyah! So are we there or not? Listen to my little dream from Facebook. Cooking with gas cause it's so handy and affordable. Don't mess with that. Get cooking with gas. Cause you into gaslighting. Halisana maka. Maka. Anyway. Here's my dream on Facebook. Yeah. Locust, Pama Wem, Kenka Wem, Mopani Wem. Halisa Lidin Noch. Hey. This dude from MTN that I used to have a massive crush on that turned out to be a hard knock Satanist. Unaipita mzalwane, however. That had to happen. Amen. Snippets are a picture uppermost in the search engine. Not that I was searching, but like it's there. Hey, it's there. Huh. And you know how old school photos be like, right? Black and white, all like grainy, and like the white part of it is showing. It's like you can tell that it's been through life, you know. It's Polaroid. It's like put in a pocket, walk around with it, no digital photographs. Then somebody uploads that on Facebook. Like take a photo of a photo and then upload that on Facebook. Yeah, this dude's photo be looking like that on Facebook. Like, old school. Yeah, old school photo on Facebook. That's this okay, right? And I'm like, I wonder why Snipesachai old school so, right? I see it on Facebook and I'm like, this is, let's say his name was, give me a name, Tepang. Ne? Let's say this guy's name was Tepang. Yeah, Tepang's photo is like looking super old. All the other photos underneath are like regular, you know, modern day photos taken with an iPhone or a digital camera back then. What a fish paste. But this guy's photo be out here looking old, like it's a photo of a photo. Yeah, taking a photo with your iPhone of like your grandfather's pig taken in 58 or whatever. And I'm like, that's a very old photo of Tepang. And guess what happens in my dream? Initially I think it's Tepang, but then it just like morphs like a cocoon in a stage of metamorphosis, becoming like a butterfly or whatever, and this thing just stops being a worm and starts being a butterfly. Do you understand what I'm saying? It then morphs from Tepang to my uncle. Yes, guys, I'm tired, and that's why I didn't come in and talk about it. I understand my dreams. That's the thing, right? So I have a prophetic gifting. Top of that, I have the gift of interpretation. I know immediately what I'm being shown, and mina ngiyakhathala mangibona lezi zinto, because it's like as in nina menza yewebo letawe khale letawe since the 80s, ntse letawe since the 70s, ntse letawe guys, ntse letawe nakwe kaofela, and lokdawa logu, and I'm like, yo yazini mina ngrand guys, ngrand ngani. That's why Karabo mebalona. some of y'all, if at all this epidemic of witchcraft was not already prevalent in the 80s, some of y'all would not be in these streets. You wouldn't be here. There'd be other permutations or variations of you, because your mother would have married another father. Your father would have married another mother, and they would have made another you. Because proper, you are not first choice, bugger. Like you are not the kid of the most favorite woman of your dad. Like, I was like, guys, my scalp is itching. Like, I'm sorry, I do apologize. Maybe that's why there's so much roommating in households. That maybe that's why in the black community, uthando labazali, asul feel like the love between parents. Maybe that's why we don't feel it. Show of hands, black kids. How many of y'all grew up feeling on and knowing that your parents love each other? Like, you know, when my ex-boyfriend and I were dating, we had these public displays of affection all over the show. I used to think Uguti PDAs were a white thing, hey? Because growing up, I never saw any adults, grown-ups, out here holding hands, kissing, hugging in front of children. It just didn't happen in the black community, right? Until I started jollering, until I started experimenting as a little child, and I could not get my hands off my boyfriends, like all of them. I couldn't, and I didn't care that I was in public. I didn't care that I was in front of friends, like wherever, like it didn't matter. At school, outside of my school, holding hands. I didn't have a shyness. I didn't want to, you know, I didn't wait to be basically behind closed doors. I never dated guys who were shy to hold my hand, make out in public, wada. And in the club, as a black kid, I saw all that PDA violence. Inside the club, I saw it at the News Cafe on Fredman Drive. I saw it go to disco party. Okay, maybe not disco. I'm not old enough to have been go to disco. But y'all get my point. Like everywhere, like where young people were at, there were always these people everywhere just making up. Like, what I'm getting at is in youth, we are like white people in terms of relationships. Literally tongue wrestling everywhere, at the party, taxi. Like there was this one dude that I dated, and he was scared to even hug me goodbye at the taxis, because he said that one time with his ex-girlfriend, he hugged her and kissed her goodbye at the taxis. The taxi driver stopped. The taxi driver got out of the taxi and slapped him for PDAs. Basically, like, yeah, he was a kid like me. He was only 1 year older than me. At the time, I was like 21, 22. He could have been 22, 23. And he didn't want to hold my hand or even hug me, but only because he got clapped by a taxi driver once for doing that with some ex-girlfriend of his. That was the only instance of a guy that was out here apprehensive about holding my hand in public and litting at a particular place, not necessarily everywhere else. Whenever we were out there in the party scene, wada, he didn't care, he didn't mind. So PDAs were like a thing in front of kids, if you know what I mean. In front of like with us, like kids themselves did not mind doing this in front of each other. They only hid it from parents because, you know, yeah, it's taboo to be kissing in front of your mom. And it's also taboo to be kissing in front of your teachers and whatnot. But in front of each other, they just didn't care. Yeah, PDAs were a thing. But then that whole public displays of affection thing, I only saw it once I started to jola. But I never saw it amidst grown-ups. I never saw it amidst parents, uncles, aunts. Basically those that brought us into this world. You would wonder, how did that happen? What brought me on board? What brought me on board? Like, what brought me on board? Because it's just like Antarctic. It's cold. It's freezing. You're as cold as ice in black households. Like, parents don't hold hands. They don't show affection. They don't kiss. They don't hug in front of kids. They don't even call each other baby. They don't even call each other sweetie, my love, my like Karabo. Like, I dated a dude that used to get me. I used to be upset whenever he would use my name, Karabo, because he only ever used it for something. So the moment he was like Karabo, I would look at him with like, what do you want? Like I was preparing for war, because I knew that he only calls me that something that he wants to raise. And he's saying I'm getting all defensive now to fight back on some king. It's my name, but I had a bone to pick with him calling me Karabo. He would, when he raised his voice, be like, hey Karabo man, don't do that. Yeah, type setup thing. Whenever he was upset, but literally like 95% of the time, it was babe, baby, sweetie, wada wada. Like first thing in the morning, without thinking, that was my name. It was second nature. And yet, I miss parents. Like it just would never happened. Sweetie level, never. Like maybe rare, one in 10, angas. But akiso kana personally ke kopana le batho ba bagolo, meet grown-ups that called each other babe, love, my darling, whatever. Just not in the black community. I did see it, just not in the black community. I saw it amidst white parents of kids in my schools, teachers in my school that were married. There was this like married couple at school that used to call each other honey. Haneba Koka. There, they both were teachers at my school, the husband and the wife. Type establishment thing, hugs, kisses at like hane in the morning. In the morning, they used to travel in the same vehicle, and of course, like go their own separate ways. Like after stuff, like you know how teachers hang out in the staff room and whatnot, and then when classes start, they go to classes. Sometimes you would see them as they like one is going to their lesson to teach English, the other one is going to teach maths, and when they were parting ways, they would kiss and then go to their classes respectively. I saw that with like white grown-ups essentially. It was like that, and you also see it in movies with white people, and white kids appeared to be used to this in their households, but not us. Right? Not black kids, but when we got older, we jolled like that. Hey, parting ways, kissing, hugging, holding hands, all that jazz, PDAs and what have you. It happens when we're all starting out. Like it happens when we're all in high school, varsity, early 20s, whatever. But then somewhere along the way, ice cube in the refrigerator, like type, sort of kind of comatose, catatonic, mortuary, like it's giving cadaver. There is something deathly about the black union, which is why Kipotsa is your mother really truly your father's lover, and is your father really truly your mother's lover, because band all up in there. Gabanda, black families, even those that are still married, those that did not get divorced somewhere along the way. Hakuna my love, hakuna my sweetie, hakuna dali, hakuna hand holding. It's just known that this is Umfazi Gaput Isaac, and this is Indota Gasis Mary. But other than us knowing you are not gonna know. They don't hold hands, they don't kiss, and they are aloof, despondent. They also don't call each other terms of endearment, names of endearment, little puppy names, nothing to evidence that there's love here. And last relationship that I was in, that was I guess that was deep, that was longer than a piece of string, like frankly. The last stable relationship that I was in, we did not break up because things grew cold in the relationship and we got distant. We broke up because he was like a total jerk that would not get his act together, but the love was still there. And all the way up until the end, I was still not Karabo. I was baby or something. And we would hold hands in public. There was never a dull moment. That's what I'm getting at, all right? There was never a dull moment. Because there was love all throughout, type setup thing. So, Nyazbuzuguti, King, what encroaches? What is the stealth of the worm that infiltrates the black community, that makes our parents roommates? To a point where Tina Askaza Sibona Utando Luabo, Tina, personally. Only that Bachatile, and that's it. Only that they are just being married, and literally it stops there, like Iti Junction. Gas stop and je giddy brig. Kifilanka Korobella means a mailing thing. It produces a D-Day. It produces a circumstance, and manje in the black community, manje, but back in the day, I sure our parents, our moms in particular, tended to be very reliant on dads. It was before the era of the independent woman. All the women who independent, throw your hands up at me. It was before the independent woman era, so women could not just get out, step out, make like Sonic the Hedgehog and bashiane. When a guy was either abusive verbally, emotionally, psychologically, or whatnot, or just boring and just go divorce and be with whoever you want to be with, because they were dependent on dads. They were dependent on these men. So perhaps because of the inability for the women, largely financially, materially, to leave these marriages, they just kind of stayed in them within because so I guess we'll keep it. Plus she's given me like 5 kids, whatever, but it's my fam. That's what's good. It's what I'm used to. But you literally can never fathom just a colorful, animated, like very exceptionally exciting romance. Like you can't fathom a time when these people were very happy. You cannot fathom it because today they are just going through the most. Like literally they're just going through it. Like bapushana go fela, that's it. I don't even win other than just go through it. This cannot be something that is just black-tastic only. It's fantastic only for black people. Kifilankare is something that is a unique identifier that makes black marriages like this. And kifilankare lantse hona le Group Areas Act, le hantse hona le Soweto Uprising, le hantse hona le Dompas Kering. It's always just been like that. Korobel. Bantu bamnyama. I ketsa bore ke mang among lona o nyetseng legitimately. Angazi zinjandini. I proper have no idea. Upa, amidst you, ngubani here that has organically fallen in love? Because when we are on the come up, harikhola as din twiza, when we're still little childrens, yet are we to be introduced to le rabishi and nonki. Sonke sisajola njengoba yo lo muntu lo okhut akasechut cute umuhoto motho o gona go jiva ke di type tsa di mangisa and you that chick or ratang di guys tsa ratang go jiva tse bulang di circle. So that's why le maratong ha kana ko tlapong unable to get your hands off each other. But later on, the same mangisa dancing buffoon makes a decision ukuthi mina ngiyasebenza manje nginemali and le chair le officeini engafuna ukungiqoma uzongiqoma. And so abamshapa ka Korobela ena le expiration date ena le expiration date. I know that that's a thing because hamona a go borile a go tenne a go tshiriantshitse le di romantic novel tse go etsang hore o galle maphelo a batho ba bang. Whether or not you were once upon a time in love with him, uzofuna pumara. And it goes both ways, eh? You know, Pina Elea, John Legend. Hala, 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 hala. Hala, 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 hala. Is that phenomena where a guy just starts out really in love with a girl and then just falls out of love because baby, when I used to love you, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. I went through the fire for you, anything you ask me to, but I'm tired of living this lie. It's getting harder to justify. I realize that I just don't love you, hey, not like I used to. Hey, yeah, Pinaya John Legend did this some girth to it, because somewhere along the way, umuntu maga bora, like waho din, like genta momiriring, like wait get parasite, momiling, he out here be just sapping and drinking and sapping and drinking and juicing you like a straw. And so jwanong has to khatetse jwanong kuntong khotla rubbish. So mshanga, baby, when I used to love you, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. I went through the fire for you, anything you'd ask me to, but I'm tired of living this lie. It's getting harder to justify. I realize that I just don't love you. not like I used to. Cheeky out here be fluffing her peacock feathers trying to walk. Because dude, and that dragamile through the mud. Like black men will irritate you, black guys on the come up. The way never thing in comparison to us. Hey Ranna, you meet at varsity or you meet in high school. You start a career. Oh, wamofeta, o amozama, wamopusha, o pro, o gwen, o fonelang. Licensing department or the driver's license. Kiwena of fonelang the job offer pushing in CV. Mutu udu zinjefel. Kistote statue. Yo. Udu statue. A movie. And you busy skyrocketing in your career. Everton guys will phrase you wankutra. At some point, you loved him like a fat kid loves cake, but after 4 years of trudging through the streets of a complacent dude, either go sekolong or go mosebetsing. At some point, le domo le blomileng go godima sofa ya hao. Baby, when I used to love you, nothing that I wouldn't do. Went through the fire for you, anything you asked me to. But I'm tired of living this lie. It's getting harder to justify. Realize that I just don't love you, not like I used to. You feel suffocated by some dude that is spreading like Ramo Moroto in your life with no substance, no ambition. Guys will annoy you like that. We get a penalty. Have you been inside a house, mobile construction? Have you lived next door? Yeah, that's the perfect example. Have you lived next door to Indlu Arenzi construction guyo? Ingati, you don't know when when they're gonna finish driving that nail in. It's like auntie. How impregnable and how impenetrable is that wall or that piece of wood that you have to be like go the whole day. The whole day, all you hear is just go. It's like, when is that nail going to go in and be done? or that thing that goes the whole thing, just like, and when are you gonna finish cutting that wood? It'll go like that the whole day. Bantu bana ba aga Taj Mahal. It just keeps going. The way you panel beat these dudes. I did it. I would know. All day. Go. Let's take off, fella. You won't be able to study. You will take a taxi to the library. Just because I don't know because go next door, but something just takes the whole day. Go. Yeah, that's what's good, yo. Okay, yeah, black men sometimes, in relationships, they're like that. Yeah, always just like something you're fixing, you're panel beating, man. Wasaga, sandpaper, all day, knocking things into shape. And after 5 years, he's in the same spot. Try to let this guy 5 years, and after 5 years of go every day, all day, he hasn't moved an inch, an iota, or he's only gone one flight of stairs. Dog, when you are earning handsomely, able to buy your own house. A black man will phrase you like that. So even though in varsity you were in love like no man's business, I know somewhere along the way, you just look, especially when you are a young professional, looking at peers on the left and on the right of you that are out here soaring like birds, like guys that are out here trying to holler at you because they think, maybe we can talk, that are appropriate, like as in they are appropriately ambitious, as in the two of y'all could go and do beautiful things. Gaufela Kanonzo salivator after guys at varsity in your lectures, dog. You like in your part-time classes, you will salivate after guys in the office that are out here, your colleagues in the same projects you're working on, and you will be thinking about go. that you have to go home and deal with. Like this guy that is your boyfriend that has been around since early days, and all you can do is be like, same. Say, baby, when I used to love you, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. I went through the fire for you. Go. Anything you'd ask me to. But I'm tired of living this life. Go. It's getting harder to justify. I realize that I just don't love you, not like I used to. But you see, when you're busy out there telling a dude, get your act together because I'm getting tired, you're transparent, because I get it, your relationship is always just some kind, like you're the shrink of your relationship. You're in therapy. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're the person that out here taught yourself all different kinds of psychological principles just to help you and your person to grow from strength to strength, seeing as you know you're not yet where you need to be in order to be able to afford therapy. For crying out loud. Yeah. So now, because it's therapy 24 hours a day in this relationship, y'all are always fixing stuff, talking about it. You are honest. Because you're in therapy, talking about it, you're honest. I get it. That's the very nature of therapy. You gotta come out about how your feelings are. Like, literally come out with the truth, because it's not gonna help to fabricate. It's not gonna help to confabulate or to hide or to, distance yourself from the truth, reality, because then if you don't talk about it, you will bottle it in, and then next thing, it's gonna come out in the future, pop in like a bottle of bubbly or whatever. So it's all right, guys. Yeah, so about what they call transparent. So you tell this dude, if you don't get your act together, the way that you would indeed tell him in therapy, right? Yeah. You let him know that you're on 5'2", you're on skinny ice. Bro, you are skating on thin ice. That's what's good. Almost thin ice. And if you don't get your act together, I get the hofa ultimatum, make it hofa 6 months. Okay? That's your probation period. If you don't have your stuff in order in 6 months, sorry, I'm leaving, because I'm not getting any younger. Biological clock, all that jazz. That's you. You are mature enough to be transparent about how you feel. You're not gonna just, not let them know that you're actually disillusioned about the relationship. You are honest, but you see, it is that very transparency or shrink of the relationship where now a psychology degree masters in a relationship without actually going to study at a university and get accredited for being a shrink. You who are a relationship shrink without the accreditation, uto shwela taba hore no le honest, no le transparent, uto bolela taba hore no le completely with candor. One name take on about him, that's our 5 to wena. You're in thin ice. Ke go beile bumpering. Heaven. Just by me virtual go be D1 mo bumpering. Utlare over my dead body. Nako it's a very shaky ground solid kankan. That's what happened with me. I told my ex that, yo, like, you better get your act together. Go, not gonna give. Ke khathetse ke construction work else tsi kaofela nka re lena lena na le te ena, this nail, this speaker se sa keneng mo hara like party. I ke tsebo ke party e jwang e sa nkeng speaker o rona ke tlentse ke noka letsatsi kaofela. If by the end of this day, if by the end of this month, by the end of this year, speaker sa se tlo kene mo hara party e abut. Baby, when I used to love you, I'm leaving, dude. Nyakula, look at me. When I met you, you were making more than me. Look at me now, I'm making double you. Blom. Make like a flower. Olo chela fela, swing in a hammock, relax. It's called an ultimatum. Get your act together. Instead of, like when you go to therapy, you then work on the issues raised. Ha!